The Nazis invaded.
I survived.
Testimony Theater is a program where you interview Holocaust survivors and their families about their experiences going through the tragedies that they went through. You take those interviews and you take those experiences that you learn about and you turn them into vignettes and you turn them into stories which you then act out.
We met in a displaced persons camp after the war. That was the beginning of our story, but the beginning of hers was in a town in Poland called Vilna.
The whole idea was survival, and survive like every other person is supposed to live, free. The reason I didn't tell the children, because it's something that goes with a feeling. It's not a story, it's how I felt.
I told Nina that I saw her mom on a wagon with the Ukraine SS police. They killed her.
My mother must have approached the wagon while I was asleep to ask for help. I cannot believe she took that chance.
When they're acting out the stories, they're doing it through the eyes of the survivor. When they're answering the questions, it's their personal passion.
When you hear the stories coming directly from the survivors and from relatives of the survivors, it's very impactful and it just makes you realize how important it is to share these stories.
Unfortunately, with the rise of anti-Semitism now, these kids understand more than ever why a program like this is important.
That's really how you can connect with the stories. You have to put yourself in that place and say, if I were in the same position, how would I feel and how would I react to my surroundings?
We survived it. We created new lives. We created another generation of Jews that are creating additional generations to be Jewish.
The Germans bombed the big food warehouse in the marketplace. This was the beginning of years of starvation for the people of Leningrad.
I know I'm gonna be going to college soon, and that's like one of the main places where there's been this huge rise in anti-Semitism. There are all the stories that I've heard. My experience with those stories, I can use those and to educate other people.
After the train stopped, that was the picture that I'll never forget.
I feel lucky to be a part of a community that is so active, so supportive of their Jewish kids and their Jewish survivors, their Holocaust survivors, just the community in general.
I've heard many times of the experiences of my own family, and then when you hear this other person speaking about it, it's not like they're some stranger. You feel like they're your family too. You know, it's like everybody is in the same boat.
Hatred, there's no place in society for hatred, okay? My father and the survivors, their story is not about hatred. It's about perseverance. It's about survival.
The way I see it, this program doesn't have an end. We continue to grow. We continue to share these stories. We continue to fight against anti-Semitism and pray that with programs like this, our kids can make a difference.